Ready? Hey guys, my name's Mary.
Alright. We got married at 20 years old, and this is a mukbang Q&A for that.
No, do it again. You're just hungry.
I know, I want to eat. So, what's up, guys? My name's Raymond,
I'm Ariel.
and this is our Q&A for getting married at 20 years old. Mukbang for what Chick-fil-A? 20 years old. What the heck? We barely even lived life, and we got married. We chose each other for life. At 20 years old, what the heck? And we got married 5 months of knowing each other. 5 months. At 20 years old. This is our mukbang.
Mukbang Q&A.
We ask questions on Instagram to see what you guys want to ask, what you guys need to know, and like why even we got married. What the heck? Why we felt the need to get married. What was the reasonings? Like,
We're just babies.
yeah.
We're just babies.
You could say we're premature adults that don't know anything about life.
But we
Ones
still
will
got
say,
married.
but we still got married.
We still got married.
Yeah, we still
Hold
got-
up, let's pray.
Hold on, we don't have the food, girl.
Yeah, you gotta pray first. You can
Yeah.
pray first and then figure out the food.
Okay.
Here you go. Here you go.
I mean,
Got my barbecue.
okay. Her name's Ariel. My name's Raymond. For anyone that doesn't know us, yeah. We're 20 years old. We live in Michigan.
Well, I'm 19. So I'm a little bit
Yeah,
younger.
she's 19, I'm 20.
They're gonna be, yeah.
Yeah. Some might say we're a little crazy. Some might say we're a little cute. Some might say, are you okay?
Or that we're too young.
Or that we're premature adults, not knowing what the heck we're thinking. Why are we, or what? We're psychotic? I don't know. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, we heard it all already.
I got that ASMR punch.
We asked our followers.
That you're such a baker.
So we asked questions on our Instagram. Asking them pretty much to give us questions on why we got married at such a young age. Is it even smart? What were the reasons? Yeah, we got married. Show your ring?
Huh?
Show your ring?
Oh.
Married at 20 years old.
Hold on, I'm gonna show them like a up close of like, so. Oh my gosh, you know we should tell them the story of the Monday that we were supposed to get married. And the whole process of getting everything.
So there's a whole process that goes on to getting married by court. You have to sign up for a marriage license, go pick it up, and then actually call and make a date for it. Like, for the, what is it called again?
The like ceremony?
Ceremony, yeah. You have to make a date at the court for the ceremony. Well, I called the courthouse and I made an appointment. I told them to double call. I called the courthouse asking what are the steps to do it. And they said, oh, you just make an appointment right now and that's it. And I was like, well, I found out online that you got to do this. And yeah, and they were like, no, you just call and you just make this appointment. And I was like, okay, then I'll just make this appointment. I actually asked, are you sure? And then they said, yeah. Okay, made the appointment, whatever. We tell our parents, my dad gets work off, her mom gets work off, and we do it on a Monday. Bruh, we get there already, everything. And when we get there, they tell me the steps that I knew had to be done. They told me we needed this. And I was like, bruh, we got there like right on time too, obviously, you know, and us. We got there right on time, and yeah, we couldn't get married that day. Couldn't get that married. We had to wait longer.
4 more days.
Yeah, we had to wait. Yeah, 4 more days for real. Yeah. And the day of us getting married, after we had to go straight to go get that marriage license, apply for it that moment, and then make another date. Our parents didn't even meet. Our parents never met. We were gonna get married that day, and that was gonna be the first time meeting. Literally. Nah, what the heck? Actually, I'm just thinking that right now. The day we got married, we got there. We had to pick up the marriage license. We got the marriage license 10 minutes. We were supposed to pick it up the day before, actually, but we picked it up 10 minutes before we got married.
We're zooming.
And then we were trying to zoom to get there on time.
I was running.
And her dress and her heels, man, and my pants that were about to rip. Oh my goodness. My butt was all licuado. It almost, it was leaking out how nervous I was. And we were not gonna make it. When we're heading there, I'm not even kidding you. We go the opposite way, thinking it's in two different ways. We're going one way, thinking it was gonna be quicker. A train came, and it was the longest train ever. We were 10 minutes late to our ceremony appointment, and luckily my parents went there and got there in time so that they can know like we're coming for sure, or else we wouldn't have even been able to even get married. It was like almost like everything
was like
against us, yeah. And this has been something we've been praying about so much, like yeah, praying and fasting. We want to make sure. Man, I told her to pray for me to get out of her damn life if I'm not meant to be her husband.
I'm wifey for lifey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why did we get married at 20? Well, this was just the age that we got married. We didn't have no choice in it. Well, we had a choice to get married, but we didn't choose to get married like this young. We both knew growing up, like when we were younger, that we were gonna get married with the right person. Like when we get to see the right person, we're gonna get married right away. And when we seen each other and met each other, we kind of just knew, literally right away.
You were low key in denial though.
What do you mean?
When we first, you were kind of like the overthinking kind of state of mind. I was the yippy yappy one.
She said, I just met my husband right away.
Well, literally. Okay, so let me tell you. Let me take over here. Give me it. So, we met at this, like, dancing event, right? Because I dance a lot, and so I went with my best friend because, well, she kind of forced me to, but, you know, she bought my ticket and everything. We got there, and then that's when Raymond came up to me, like, right after I, like, finished dancing. He was like, oh, I seen you know how to dance. Do you want to teach me? And then me, like, my nice way of rejection was like...
You said you didn't mean it out. Now you're lying.
My nice way of rejection was like, I'm tired. Like, you know, like, yeah, maybe in a little bit. Like, you know?
You girls know.
So, like, there I go, like, waiting, like, out by the side. And then Raymond comes up to me again. He's like, so do you want to dance or whatever? And I was like, like in my head, I was like, I don't know.
No, I did it again.
Yeah.
I came up to you the second time.
Yeah, the second time where he came up to me. And I was like, I don't know, like in my head. But I was just like, you know what? Why not? Or whatever. And then I was like teaching him how to dance because Raymond didn't really know how to dance. Oh, well, now he knows. He actually knows. Yeah. But but no, I just remember that when I was like teaching him or whatever, like after like I guess like I was like the song was ended or whatever, like we were kind of having like a conversation, and then he was asking me like a whole bunch of questions. He was like, you asked me like if I was drunk or if I was high or something.
Because I'm trying to find my wife. I wasn't playing no games before I met her, so I'm asking the questions to kind of filter out like. Okay, yeah, just leave her alone, stop talking to her?
But you asked me something like that, like if I was like drunk or something, or if I was like, because, and I thought
she was drunk.
Because of how, like, I guess giddy I was, or whatever. But
I haven't met a girl that's naturally like that, and like without being like intoxicated and anything. Mm-hmm. And personally, me, I'm looking for a wife. I don't want a wife that's a drunk.
Yeah, but I just remember saying like, no, like I'm not, and he was like, why aren't you or whatever, and I was like, well, God, you know, like why would I want to be like You know, it's just like the verse where it's like, be the light in the darkness, or be that lamp that God wants you to be. So like for me, that was, yeah, basically you get the point. But yeah. And then I just remember like having like a whole like conversation with him like the rest of the night. And then like right after, I was like cheesing and everything. Like when I left with my, oh, what was I saying? Oh, right after about to end, or when me and my best friend were about to leave, I just remember like walking out of that, like the building or whatever, and I was like cheesing and I was jumping, and then right away I was like, gali, gali. I literally just met my husband. Like that's my husband right there. And then fast forward 5 months later, that's my husband.
Yeah.
That's my husband. Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
It's crazy. After leaving some relationships and like going through certain things, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna attract the girl I want into my life by acting that way, not expecting it and living the total opposite. So that's why I was asking a lot of questions. But the one thing that made her pop out was I wasn't gonna bring up God. I wasn't gonna mention God. I wasn't know nothing with God. I was gonna let her bring it up, and the way she brought it up, and just overall, the way the first conversation went was like, it was literally like God saying like, at least open your eyes a little bit, just because I was really like tunnel vision, like, you know, I'm set on finding my wife and that's it. I'm like, I wasn't even texting no girls. I wasn't even messing with no girls, like nothing, because I knew next girl I'm gonna be with is my wife. That's why we got married so quick, because we've been praying about it for a while, you know.
Waste no time.
Yeah, I had to ask ourselves like, how much do you really trust God? You know, the stuff we were like almost saying to like back out of it was all the ways just doubt everything. It's everything outside of God that was coming into our minds for us not to get married, because the enemy, the last thing he wants is two uniting into one under God. Because let's say we still went into the ways and still did the things that we shouldn't be doing before we got married. Guess who gets joy out of it? Why would we want to do that? Why would we want to? Are we on this earth to live for God? Or are we on this earth to live for the world? We had to really have that deep talk with each other about what are we wanting to do with each other and how are we going to want to live? Because yeah, it could be like nothing on sleeping with each other before getting married, but little by little it gets into your head. If you really believe in God and trust God, it gets in your head where you feel like you're getting separated from him. You're at risk of losing that person that you know is your wife, but you're too scared to get married with them because you don't want to make that commitment. But God knows you. He wouldn't put you with somebody that he knows that you're gonna fall in love with and you're not gonna get married with them, or you're looking for someone to get married with and you don't. You get what I'm saying? It's like God knows you enough for him to not set you up. Like, you think God wants to set you up for failure? Boy.
I'm trying to get full.
What made you know it was your husband, though?
So, I think like a lot of girls can probably like relate to this thing. I kind of grew up like in the church. So like, as I was growing up, I would always pray to God, like, whoever I'm going to marry or whatever. Like, I made this promise like to God without like, I don't know, I guess thinking about it too much. But I just remember I was like, okay, God, my future husband, he is going to have this like specific way of talking to me where nobody else in my life will ever talk to me. And in my head, like, I envisioned like what it was, and like I imagined what it was going to be. And a specific word like I had, okay, some people can laugh at me, but it was literally the word buttercup, right? And mind you, like, this is something I made a promise, like, I'm 19. I was like at least like 9-10 years ago. And I just remember, like, we were at the gym, right? And this was our second date, right?
Yeah.
And
No, it was our second date, and then we went to the gym. We went on 2 dates, and then we went to the gym, the third.
The third one?
Third date, if you count the gym as a date. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I just remember we were doing something casually, going to like a different machine to go work out and something like that. And we were talking about something, and then he like said it, and like in my head, like I was holding back so many emotions, like of just like you know, and I remember he was asking,
And
like,
I knew something was up. I knew something was up.
and
Like,
he was
what?
asking me, why are you smiling? I'm like, no,
She's
nothing.
straight geeking. Like, you can't hide it. What?
And then like a couple like minutes later, like after like our second set, he said it again, and I was like, nah, there's no way. I was like, there's no way, because like after that first one, I was like, okay, gotta do it again, just one more time for me to be sure. Like I just knew, like, and like besides like that itself, just like seeing who he is like as a person, like I was already seeing like the traits like I would want in my husband, like, you know, obviously being a leader, strong-headed, disciplined, yeah, all of it, all of the above. Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
What do you mean, who am I talking to? I'm talking to the camera.
I knew she was my wife. The day I met her was a day I had prayed to get closer to you, God. Like, got me way closer to you. I want to fully surrender to you. And he showed me her. And I met her that night. Even though I've been praying about my future wife for like 2 years, I met her that night when I prayed that specific prayer. And I never prayed that prayer before. And it was right before I went to like a baile, you know. And the things she said, even though after I said like, nah, this is not going to work and this and that, just because I listened to that negative voice. But and the things, the way her mindset was and the way she looked at this world, I never met no one like that. Her sense of humor, you know. I mean, you gotta be one to know one.
Is that so?
You know, we gotta be careful. We just got a detail. We just got a detail, and there's already a bunch of crumbs. What the heck? I've been picking up your crumbs. This can't even last freaking an hour. It was 30 minutes ago. We just got a detail. You telling me we can't? Oh my goodness. You guys know. You guys know. One says, why we got married at 20? Like, why not wait? Because why wait? Living, following God is being present in God. Living in the presence of God. How are we gonna live in the presence of God when we know it's bound to happen? No matter how strong you are, if you really love the person, it's going to happen. Look, it's Kevin. It's bound to happen.
Bro, there's no for turning that down, bro.
Is that Gali?
Yeah, that's Gully.
No way.
Bro, literally the people.
Nah, the people.
Beep at him. Beep. Ah! What the hell? We're making a human.
This girl right here
was good.
is responsible for us getting married.
Oh, I know.